sense of the hell I feel. 'Cause every time that I feel you coming, set a flame right under me. I hear the ground like the engines rolling.
Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. I am Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. And we got some pretty sick Code games coming up for you guys here today. Artosis, how are you doing?
Tasteless, I am so happy to be back.
Me
we
too.
got one day off.
Yep.
I was a little bit burnt out, but then we get that one day off, and I am so pumped to be back here.
Yeah, that one day of rest was quite good. I am relieved to be back here, though, casting these games for you guys. We have gone quite a way here through this tournament, and I am... You got your phone off there? I was like, turning that off, trying to be sneaky.
I know, it wasn't working.
I know. We already basically gone through 7 days of this tournament here at the GSL. If you're new to the format here, maybe you missed some of the previous days, we have two sections of the GSL, the Code A and the Code S. Code A, that's for the lower half of all of our players that participated in GSL Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Code S is for the people that got farther than the Code A ones. So the guys here at Code A, what they're really trying to do is just get into Code S. So, I do think we have some very quality players here. Let's take a look at the match results for the round of 32, Day 6.
Zenex Bjorn, formerly known as Bleach, a Protoss player, switched to Terran and took out Slayer's Golden. And then we had TSL Killer, a.k.a. Songho, take out Gilja, a.k.a. Sync. And poor Sync, man. This guy is a former OSL champion. He has really done nothing in StarCraft 2 so far.
I know. Now here's the Code A round of 16 qualifiers.
For Terran, we have 5 so far. It's going to be TSL Live, OGS Top, SC FOU, LonerPrime.we, and Zenex Bjorn. For Zerg, we have 4. I'm Junwei, OGS Suzanne, Startails July Zerg, and Slayer's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then for Protoss, we have Bonbon Zenith, ST Squirtle, aka Go Boogie, and TSL Killer.
And on to today's matches. Code A, round of 32, Day 7.
BitByBit, Prime.we against We Made Fox's Moon. I'm very excited about that. But I might be even more excited about the return of Guinea Pig. He is Guinea Pig Commando now, and he will be taking out a whole month of the year, ST August.
I can't wait to cast these games. We are just so pumped to be back here. By the way, special thanks to our sponsors at Sony Ericsson. Without Sony Ericsson, this event wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys so much. Viewers at home, thank you for joining us. Please continue to spread the word. If you have a friend or family member who can't tune in live because obviously, it's 6 p.m. standard time here in Korea, but that might be a little bit more of an obscure time for you wherever you may be in the world. Encourage your friend or family member to get the premium package. It's a pretty good deal. You get all content or access to all that for life. So, I would just recommend you do that. And the money that we get from that, we do use to improve the stream quality. We already did that once. We're going to do it again here.
I like how they did your hair today, Tasteless.
I know.
You're looking a little bit like I've been looking recently.
Look like I've got the weatherman hair today.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to get that changed for tomorrow's cast. I look like the guy that would be fixing your computer at Best Buy right now.
Yeah, you do. It's very good on you, Tasteless.
Thanks. Well, shucks. So, our first game today, BitByBit Prime against Fox Moon. Now, BitByBit Prime probably has the biggest reputation for alling in compared to any other player we've seen. I don't know if these play styles changed, but certainly if there's any kind of pattern here, we're going to have quite possibly a pretty short game here.
Yeah.
Moon, of course, probably the most notable War 3 player of all time besides my teammate E.G. Grubby. But let's take a shot at these two guys now.
There he is, one of the most hated players in StarCraft 2, the cheesiest human being on Earth. All he does is all in. I will be so surprised if we ever see this kid play one game that's not all in. But we will see. We will see. It is BitByBit Prime. Got to the round of 16 off of nothing but all-ins. Pretty impressive, I guess.
Yeah,
if you're impressed by that type of thing, which I'm not.
You know what's funny is normally you see guys all in only every once in a while to mix up.
Yeah, and that makes you stronger.
Yeah, I mean, if you can play standard and then you can play unpredictable and aggressive, well, that's great because then your opponent has to be ready for everything. But this guy so far does not seem to want to play.
Completely one-dimensional play.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's mixed it up. And here he is. I'm
made
sure we got a lot of
Fox's
fans for him.
Yeah.
Moon.
One of the most legendary Warcraft 3 players of all time. The 5th race.
Yep.
Sitting tight in Code A. Made it to the round of 32 where he was knocked out by none other than Team Liquid's very own Jinro.
Liquid Genro.
That's right. And, we haven't seen really that much from We Made Fox Moon yet. His games last season actually were not very impressive, we have to admit. But he's had more time with StarCraft 2 now, so hopefully he's going to have the sense of mind to make a bunch of spine crawlers and banelings, because that's
Hopefully
basically
he'll
all
have
you
the
need to do against this
of
guy.
mind to not take a Zerg army and run into a bunch of siege tanks and micro them around like it's a hero battle in Warcraft 3.
That's right.
Got to invest in a positional game here. So, pretty soon here we're going to get the maps thrown up on the screen for you.
That's right.
By the way, on our
excited.
day off, I did get the chance to see there were many new highlight quote videos of us that were hilarious.
Finally saw the Skeksis.
We finally got to see the scene of the Skeksis in the Dark Crystal. Now let's take a look at the maps here.
Metalopolis, Jungle Basin, and Lost Temple. These maps will favor BitByBit Prime a bit. And
I have just spilled tea on myself and burnt myself terribly. Go ahead and continue
Poor
talking,
Thesis.
Artosis.
Of course, Metalopolis is going to be an important map for We Made Fox's Moon. And then Jungle Basin and Lost Temple. This can be a little bit hard for Zerg vs. Terran, but, if your opponent's just going to all-in with SCVs, it doesn't really matter what map it is, Tasteless. So I'm not really that scared. BitByBit Prime, of course, took out Shakura's Plateau, because it takes longer for SCVs to travel across the map there.
There you go.
All right, game starting, Tasteless.
Let's get ready. And somebody's computer needs to load a little bit quicker. There we go. The game is about to begin. BitByBit Prime against Moon. Should be pretty interesting to see these guys duke it out. Win this game. Oh, it's Artosis' computer that's loading last.
This thing's so slow, man.
I'm sorry.
I should have been looking at those questionable websites.
In the red, we have our Terran player. A very aggressive play style. Will he do it again this time around? He's called
Snabro Prime win.
And our Zerg player in the blue. Easily one of the most notable pro gamers of all time. Actually, one of the richest as well, if not the richest.
Fox Moon.
Fox Moon.
It's We Made Fox, of course. Very big sponsor team in South Korea. They've got the best Counter-Strike team, the best Warcraft 3 players aside from Remind, a great StarCraft 1 team, and now, well, their Warcraft 3 players are becoming StarCraft 2 players, so we'll just have to see if they can get one of the best StarCraft 2 teams as well. Not yet, though.
Now, one thing to note is that if BitByBit Prime does do something pretty aggressive here, and these positions, by the way, would favor such an opener. Moon in Warcraft 3 had the best micro we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Hands down, best micro. Just quite brilliant. So
That's quite true. You'd always save things with very low hit points. But this is Zerg vs. Terran. Zerglings have 35 hit points and die in just a couple hits as opposed to, many more hit points
as
in Warcraft
opposed to
3.
micro and Ultralisk with spells.
Yes.
But his micro could prove to be pretty handy against somebody like BitByBit Prime in a dire situation like this one.
Now, a good opening by Moon. He has gotten a 14 gas, 13 pool. That's going to allow him to get very fast speed and hopefully hold off BitByBit Prime's cheeses.
He's a cheesy guy.
Of course, he
Swiss
has,
by Swiss Prime.
Yeah. Already 2 barracks. And, tasteless. They
Artosis.
say the moon is made of cheese, but we will see today if that is true. Will he be able to hold off a bunch of SCVs and Marines? We're going to see in just a couple minutes here because, BitByBit has no depth to his play.
Yeah, we are going to have to see. This would be better against the Hatch first build. He's going to go 3 barracks.
Of course.
BitByBit Prime.
Oh, this is how you improve upon a 2 barracks all-in. You go for a 3 barracks all-in.
That's how you do it.
BitByBit Prime.
Ling speed on the way. So Moon knows BitByBit's reputation for wanting to end the game right away.
And something I caught out of the corner of my eye there, Tasteless. As the SCV was chased out, the drones went back onto gas. So we are actually going to see Moon play a pretty smart game, I think.
Getting banelings right away.
That's right. There it is. Baneling nest. And you might think, well, this is cheesy. And, well, it would be, but this is really smart against BitByBit.
Yeah.
Because he really just, so far in the GSL, has done nothing but all-ins. And they've all been SCV-based, so...
Now, if you can prepare properly for an all-in, you usually are in good shape. You're going to survive.
Yeah.
But BitByBit Prime, he's very good at doing all-ins. So you never know. I mean, this is a slight variation of his previous all-ins from Season 3 of the GSL. Now, I'm curious to see where and when he's going to attack and how many SCVs he's going to attack with. But note, 3 racks like this is just going to get blown up by banelings.
Wow. Yeah, he's actually already getting aggressive with it. So this is not a defensive play. Moon is actually all-inning here. So we have 2 players all-inning each other. Moon's, though, as you said, Tasteless, looks to be a little bit favorable.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay.
Yep. Well, BitByBit Prime. That all-in didn't work so well.
How does it feel, BitByBit Prime?
Yep.
How does it feel?
I like them apples.
Nice. That's a really smart move by Moon. Makes 2 banelings behind the gas.
And here comes... Oh, misses with the baneling.
Does take out 1 Marine.
Picking off what he can.
Now, note, he's really just baiting these Marines down the ramp. Now, Moon has snuck these banelings in here. Where is he going to go? Who's he going to attack? We'll see soon. 2 more banelings in the front. Marine spawning outside the barracks. I don't know why he wasn't rallying on the other side.
Yep, that's a little bit weird. I'm surprised he doesn't just go to the mineral line with those banelings, Tasteless. He's already damaged a whole lot of SCVs in there. But it looks like he may try a flank instead.
I think he's going to try to blow up the front and then come in from behind.
He's coming, Tasteless. It's time.
Here we go. Oh, nice shooting.
Oh, man, there's a lot of red Marines in there. Moon has got to get in there. BitByBit Prime. Looks like he's going to be surrounded by some Zerglings.
Looks like, indeed, he is going to hold this off. He does have a bunker. I think actually Moon might have messed up this all-in here. He does take out this barracks.
Certainly looks like it, Tasteless. He still has a lot of SCVs. It's 18 SCVs against 14 drones right now. And Moon is just continuing this all-in. Realistically, as I was saying before, he should have sent those 2 banelings down into the mineral line.
Yeah.
There was a lot of damaged SCVs in there. He could have gotten a lot of kills. Could have even transitioned into a hatchery from there. But it is time again for Moon to attack. Going up that ramp and turning around.
Moon opening up with an aggressive all-in build, but unfortunately, even with his micro, not able to quite pull it off. Interestingly enough, I feel like had he just waited a little bit, those Marines would have actually left, and they would have been in the middle of the map, exposed.
Yeah.
The banelings would have killed them off, and then he just would have counterattacked and won. Instead, he attacked right when the Marines were leaving.
Yeah, they still could retreat to the choke a little bit. You're quite right, Tasteless. And now, BitByBit Prime is going to transition into a different all-in. We're going to have to see which one it is.
Yeah, when you get this far along, there's only so many Plan Bs and Plan Cs you can go to.
Luckily for him, Moon just came too quick. Otherwise, the SCVs would have been out, and things would not have looked all that good. Ooh, look at that. 2 Port Banshee. And against just a 1-base Baneling build, that is going to be absolutely superb. It looks like Moon is just going to continue to all in. He has not made a... Well, yeah, now he has made a hatchery. Middle of my sentence, he's like, I'm going to make Artosis look dumb. And he puts down a hatch.
We are going to have to wait and see if Moon could bust down the entrance and try to kill up the Terran before the Banshees get out. If even 1 Banshee makes it onto the map, there's basically no way for the Zerg to recover.
Yeah, especially with all these Banelings walking around, you can target those out. Obviously, there's only a Queen, very late tech for Moon. He is making another Queen, as we see in the production tab, so that'll help out a little bit. But with 2 Port Banshee, he's going to have so many more Banshees than you have Queens. In fact, if he just makes Banshees non-stop from here, the odds of Moon winning this game are going to fall dramatically.
Yeah. Here come the Banshees. Zerg doesn't have much time left. Zerg has to do something.
Yeah, this is actually looking really bad. I don't think this is a build you ever did tasteless as a Terran player before you switch to Protoss, but
No.
if you make like 7 Banshees off of one base, it sounds ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. But if you do that, the amount of things that Zerg has to have, just like 3 Queens and 4 Hydras, don't stop that. You actually have to have a ton of Hydras, and you have to be very active walking around stopping those Banshees. So
That's pretty smart, Artosis.
Yeah.
I think you're totally right. It's similar to the style we saw in StarCraft 1 of Protoss hiding carriers.
yes,
It's like, oh, well, I've got about 6.
that's
You better be very prepared.
As soon as you hit 4 or more, things got really in your favor.
That was, Terran players' worst nightmare is when you see the carriers, you're like, oh, I should have known.
Yep. Absolutely. And these Banshees look like they are ready to start moving out. And Tasteless, he's got a ton of Marines as well. He's got 21 Marines, 3 Hellions, and 2 Banshees, with more Banshees on the way. This is the type army you can just 1A across the map against Zergling Baneling, and not a lot of that is actually going to connect with you. Going after this Queen now.
Queen retreating.
Queen is in trouble. Gets off creep to retreat.
I don't know why he didn't just go ahead and attack, at least a little bit there, do some damage.
Right now, Moon looking pretty dead. These Banshees going to do unbelievable damage. Terrible, terrible damage, even Tasteless.
Terrible, terrible damage. Queens are attacking the Banshee, but it does not actually matter.
Oh, cloak finishes.
Ouch. I don't know why Moon is actually running away with these. Well, never mind. This is getting pretty ugly. Banshees everywhere.
Yep.
I would expect GG any second. He's going to have to retreat northward with these drones.
Yeah, this is basically it. He doesn't even have to leave his base at this point. Moon has simply lost the game pretty much. He's losing just so much.
The Spore Crawler is going to be picked off right as it completes. And presumably the Terran player is continuing to just make Banshees.
Yeah. Supply-wise right now, it's 82 supply for BitByBit Prime and 31 supply for Moon.
Uh-oh.
And it's time, Tasteless.
It's time.
Here come the SCVs. Not as if those are actually needed right now, but he's bringing them anyways.
That's how BitByBit Prime rolls.
Yep.
Baneling's going for the Hellions. Not a good idea. Better off against the Marines.
And things are not looking good for Moon, Tasteless. I think there are a lot of mad Warcraft 3 fans right now.
Yep. Let's see if in the next game Moon can do a little bit of a better job.
Yeah, hopefully. But this, as I was saying, this is the map that he wanted to do a little bit better on. The other maps, the next one's going to be Jungle Basin, so that's going to be pretty difficult.
Well, just like in Warcraft 3, Moon does not always leave the game right away.
No. Not at all. Making some more Banelings. Wants to use these things up. Unfortunately, has 1 Yellow Queen against 3 Flying Banshees. So there's absolutely no possibility of him winning this.
All right, here we go. And that did not work just like we predicted. GG.
Wasn't too hard a prediction. Didn't need my tarot cards for that one, Tasteless.
Well, BitByBit Prime's got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed that Moon didn't prepare for this guy's style so much. It's a very obvious style.
Yeah.
If you simply just watch all the games he played, he all-ins with SCVs every single game. So
Yeah.
if you actually just sit there and turtle like a crazy person, like beyond any turtling you'd ever do anywhere else against anyone else, BitByBit Prime is going to run into you with SCVs and Marines, and he's going to lose. So,
You might even want to try to hide an expansion in another main somewhere.
yeah, it's somewhere far away.
Somewhere
sure.
far away. BitByBit Prime doesn't appear to be scouting that much, so...
No, you don't really
No.
need to scout. He just hits the timings that he knows with his SCVs and his Marines, and that's his plan.
We'll see if he does anything a little bit different here. In the next game, our map is going to be Jungle Basin. So I think this is actually a map where SCV Marine all-ins are actually not as good.
Yeah. It's,
If the Zerg gets
there's
that
no
creep
good place
grant-
for your first spine crawler. So if you go hatch
That's
first, there's a good timing against only Zerglings. Anyways,
The
we're gonna go.
countdown's begun. Get ready for some more TVZ action here at BitByBit Prime against Moon.